would like to request that if you leave your seat tonight, please try to do that in between songs. And when you return to your seat, please wait by the entryway until the song has finished. If you're taking pictures this evening, please do that from your seat, and if possible, without using your flash bulbs. It's a little distracting, and those little bulbs are only good for about 20 feet. We now invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And their season in the I'll very much, everybody. Once again, good evening, and welcome to our little concert tonight here at the beautiful Greek Theater in Berkeley. We're pretty excited to be here tonight. Pretty excited to be anywhere, the way it's been traveling around. We've got a lot of songs we want to do for you. The show runs about 2¼ hours straight through. I appreciate that. We'll see how y'all feel in about an hour and a half. As always, anytime you want to sing along, you're welcome to do that. You are requested to do the song that we are doing. The last song that we did was For Baby for Bobby. That was the first song that I wrote that was ever recorded by anybody. We did it back when I was with the Mitchell Trio a long, long time ago, and then Bobby Darin recorded it, and Peter, Paul, and Mary, and a few other folks. So from the very beginning of my recording career, songwriting career, to our most recent effort on RCA Records, we'd like to do a few things for you from the Seasons of the Heart album. First is the Jesse Winchester song called Nothing But a Breeze. And my head in the cool blue lawn. In a small suburban garden, not a single neighbor knows my name. I know that the woman wishes we could improve where the houses aren't all the same. But honey, I would like to go to where the grass is greener. I couldn't really say where it might be. High on a mountain top, down by the deep blue sea. There we'll do just as we please. It ain't nothing but a breeze. Someday I'll be old great grandma. All the pretty girls that call me sir. Now when they're asking me how things are, soon they'll ask me how things were. I know when I'm being an old great grandpa, as long as you be my great grandma. I think we should move with our tea and cookies to the shade of the old palm palm. Yeah! We'll do just as we please. It ain't nothing but a cool breeze. Life is just too short for some folks. For other folks, it just drags on. Some folks like to taste the smoky whiskey. Others think the tea's too strong. Stand in the middle, I know that all is bouncing back and forth. Me, I wanna live with my feet in Dixie and my head in the cool blue north. Me, I wanna live with my feet in Dixie and my head in the cool blue north. Hey! 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 me like the ocean needs the land. I need you like sunshine needs the shadows and the night. I need you the way love needs a savage, hurtful fight. Relatively speaking, I'm nothing without you. You are where I've been before, you are where I'm going to. You are living out my dreams, and you are all my fears. You evoke my laughter, you unleash every tear. The rich ones need the poor ones, the blind need those with sight. Sinners need the pure of heart, the black ones need the white. Relatively speaking, the contrast makes it go. Every action taken is related in the flow. Stars and losers, kings and fools go dancing hand in hand. Relatively speaking, you make me who I am. Need the well ones, the living need the dead. Heaven needs its hell, you know, and love needs lonely beds. Relatively speaking, the contrast makes it go. Every action taken is related in the flow. Stars and losers, kings and fools go dancing hand in hand. Relatively speaking, you make me who I am, who I am. This is called Children of the Universe. A heritage of vision was given to us all, to smell the rose's fragrance, to hear the songbird call, to watch the distant moonlight fill the coming of the tides, to understand that life is more than always choosing sides. Some have seen what can be seen of sailing ships and kings, and some are given feet of clay, some are given wings. Some must struggle just to breathe, some have a golden spoon, and some will never leave the nest, while some walk on the moon. And don't you know the life that lives within the silent hills is just as rich and beautiful and just as unfulfilled as man with all his intellect, his reason and his choice. Oh, who's to say the nightingale has any less of voice? waltzers twist and dance and sing to one another. The cosmic ocean knows no bounds, for all that live are brothers. The whippoorwill, the grizzly bear, the elephant, the whale, all children of the universe, all weavers of the So Palomino, lie back down and dream yourself to sleep. The hawk flies with the morning dove, the lion with the sheep. As far away as you may go, we'll never be apart. It's in your dreams that you will know the seasons of the heart. Dreams that sail away to sea, dreams that stay at home. There are dreams in need of company, some that stand alone. There are dreams that stay inside all day and never see the light. And if dreams come true, I swear to you, I'll dream of you tonight. In the corner bar, the local star destroys a passing chord. He sits behind a mason jar, dreams of his reward. Then he takes his break, he counts his take, a dollar buys a beer. A quarter of his life is gone, what's he doing here? Now times are hard, the old backyard is buried in cement. The people seem afraid to dream, and dreams don't cost a cent. There are dreams that stay inside all day and never see the light. And if dreams come true, I swear to you, I'll dream of you tonight. And if dreams come true, I swear to you, I'll dream of you tonight. hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, let me hear you now. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, take me home. Down country road, take me home. Down country road.
I'll do it after you.
1, 2, 3, 4. When I was a little bitty boy, I just about the floor. We used to go out to Grandma's house after them things home. And she did pie, cook her ham, the whole bag down on the bread. When the best don't think enough, Grandma's house was a great big happy bed. You and I being 5, 6 feet wide, soft as a mountain chick. He was made from the feathers of 4 living geese to the whole of a pot on the tick. The whole 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and 3 stole from the shed. Didn't get that sweet boy, had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. After supper we'd sit around the fire, the old folks would spit and chew. All the talk about the farm and the war and the ranching about it all too. And I'd sit and listen and watch the fire till the cobweb filled my head. Next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning on the middle of the old feather bed. It was 19 high, 6 feet wide, something's around each hip. It was made from the friends of 4 living geese to the whole of the clock on the tick. You know, all 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and 3 days over to the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Yeah! But I love my mom, I love my pa, I love Greg and Grandpa too. I've been fishing with my uncle, I wrestled my cousin, I even kissed Nate too. Whoa! I only had to make a choice, guess it ought to be said. I'd trade them all, down on the road for Grandma's feather bed. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy tick. It was made from the feathers of 4 living geese to the whole for the clock on the tick. It hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and 3 geese stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. I was a child of a family that traveled down to western Kentucky where my parents were born. There's a backwards old town it's often remembered. So many times that the memories are worn. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's bullet train is hauled away. Sometime we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Indian Hill, where the air smell like snakes and we shoot with our pistols, but empty hot bottles was all we would kill. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg down by the Green River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's bullet train is hauled away. to the timber, they stripped all the land. And they dug for their coal till the land was forsaken, and they wrote it all down as the progress of man. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away.
All of her days have gone soft and cloudy. All of her dreams have gone dry. All of her nights have gone sad and shady. She's getting ready to fly, fly away, fly away. Life in the city can make you crazy. The sounds of the sand and the sea. Life in a high-rise can make you hungry for things that you can't even see. Fly away, fly away. There's nowhere to go, and there's nowhere that she'd rather be. She's looking for lovers and children playing. She's looking for signs of the spring. She listens for laughter and sounds of dancing. She listens for any old thing. Fly away, fly away, fly away. Whole world, there's nobody as lonely as she. There's nowhere to go, and there's nowhere that she'd rather be. All of her days have gone soft and cloudy. All of her dreams have gone dry. All of her nights have gone sad and shady. She's getting ready to fly, oh, fly away, fly away, fly away. Fly away. Where are my days? Where are my nights? The Japanese people have a saying about gardens and gardening, and what they say is that the purpose of a garden is not the growing of crops, rather it's the cultivation and perfection of human beings. This is the garden song. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Leaves and rich stones, man is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, cause the time is close at hand. Rain for rain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chains. Tune my body and my brain to the music of the land. Straight and long, timber them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old crow watching humbly from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as a feathered feet up there. Inch by inch, row by row, I'm gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. This is called I'd Rather Be a Cowboy.
All right.
Jesse went away last summer, a couple of months ago. After all our time together, it was hard to see her go. She called me right up when she arrived, asked me one more time to come. Living on an LA freeway ain't my kind of having fun. I think I'd rather be a cowboy. I think I'd rather ride the rain. I think I'd rather be a cowboy. Lay me down and love the lady's chain. We were just beginning with such an easy way, laying back up in the mountains, making love on a sunny day. We got tired of picking daisies, cooking my meals for me. She can live the life she wants to, it's alright with me. I think I'd rather be a cowboy. I think I'd rather ride the rain. I think I'd rather be a cowboy.
This is the ballad of St. Anne's Reel. He was stranded in some tiny town on Fairfield Silver Isle, waiting for his ship to come and find him. One horse place, a friendly face, some coffee and a tiny place, fiddling in the distance far behind him. I'm across the counter then, shy hello, brand new friend, walk along the street in wintry weather. Yellow light, an open door, and a welcome friend, room for more, and they're standing there inside together. And I've heard that tune before somewhere, but I can't remember when. Was it on some other friendly shore? Did you hear it on the wind? Was it written on the sky above? I think I heard it from someone I love. Never heard it sound so sweet since then. Caught up in the magic of her smile. Beating hard inside and went and off across the floor. He sent his clumsy body graceful to his eye. If there's magic in the fiddler's arm, there's magic in this town. There's magic in the dancers' feet and the way they put them down. People smiling everywhere, boots and ribbons, lots of hair, after an old blue suit and Easter gown. Sailor's gone in his there. The old piano sat there with someone's hat left hanging on the rack. Empty chairs, a wooden floor that feels blood shoes no more, waiting for the dancers to come back. And the fiddles in the closet of some daughter of town. Things are broken, the bow is gone, the cover's buttoned down. Sometimes on December nights when the air is cold and the wind is right, the melody passes through this town. Well, I come upon time to lay back in my tool, put the old bouquet in half. Early to rise, early in the sack, thank God I'm a country boy. Well, a simple kind of life, but there be no harm, raising me a family, working on the farm. Days are all filled with an easy good charm, thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fire lamp, I got me old fiddle, when the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. My queen got some metal burning on the middle, thank God I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sunset goes, pull out my fiddle and watch the people go. Kids are all asleep, so I keep it coming up, thank God I'm a country boy. I pray something all day, keep it up the night, and my wife can take it very good. So I'm sitting when I can, working when I should, thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fire lamp, I got me old fiddle, when the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. I ain't nothing but a money, thank God I'm a country boy. Never was one of them bloody hungry fools. Rather have my fiddle and my cornet tools. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah, city folk driving in the black limousine. A lot of sad people think that's a mighty clean. But let me tell you now exactly what I mean. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine, I got me old fiddle. With the sun coming up, I got kids on the fiddle. I ain't nothing but a mighty fiddle. Thank God I'm a country boy.
just a little. Thank God I'm just a boy. Well, the gun is fine, but the gun is open. When the sun comes up and the kids roll the river, I ain't nothing but a funny river. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yes, I am. This is the title song of the very first album I recorded for RCA some 20 albums ago, they tell me. It's called Rhymes and Reason. You got me out there, boys? Can you hear the guitar?
No. We can hear you.
Let's see.
Go for it!
I'm so embarrassed.
Go for it, John!
First song, title, 20 albums, Rhymes and Reasons. So you speak to me of sadness, the coming of the winter. Fear that is within you now seems to never end, and the dreams that have escaped you, and a hope that you've forgotten. You tell me that you need me now. You want to be my friend, and you wonder where we're going. Where's the rhyme? Where's the reason? And if you cannot accept, it is here we must begin to seek the wisdom of the children and the graceful way of flowers in the wind. For the children and the flowers are my sisters and my brothers. Their laughter and their loveliness, a clear, cloudy day, like the music of the mountains and the colors of the rainbow, their promise of the future and the blessing for today. Oh, the city starts to crumble and the towers fall around us. The sun is slowly fading, and it's colder than the sea. It is written from the desert to the mountains, they shall lead us. By the hand and by the heart, they will comfort you and me in their innocence and trusting, they will teach us to be free. For the children and the flowers are my sisters and my brothers. Their laughter and their loveliness would clear a cloudy day. And the song that I am singing is a prayer to non-believers. Come and stand beside us, we can find a better way. This is the Eagle and the Hawk. Up to the stars and reach for the heavens and hope for the future and all that we can be, not just what we are. This is a song that we learned last year. I learned it from Jennifer Warnes, who in turn learned it from Stephen Foster, who wrote it. She was very young when she first wrote it. We think it's a very beautiful song and very appropriate to these days. It's called Hard Times. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears, while we all share sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times, come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times, come again no more. Many days have you lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times, come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty, and music light and gay, there are frail forms fainting Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times, come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times, come again no more. Many days have you lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times, come again no more. There's a pale, drooping maiden who toils her life away with a worn heart whose better days are o'er. Though her voice would be merry, 'tis sighing all the day. Oh, hard times, come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times, come again no more. Many days have you lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times, come again no more. Oh, hard times, come again no more.
Let's hear it for the singers.
One of the things that I enjoy doing most every year now is the annual John Denver Celebrity Ski Race up in Heavenly Valley. I enjoy it for many reasons, not the least of which is it's an opportunity to get together with some people that I really enjoy and don't often have a chance to spend time with, and to do so in the best possible circumstances, up on the side of a mountain on a pair of skis. Early July and already in the skin. Another reason that I enjoy it very much is it's my one nightclub appearance of the year. Harrah's Casino and Hotel and Showroom in Lake Tahoe is a wonderful, wonderful place to work. There's truly great people there to work with, and it's kind of a Las Vegas type showroom, you know, but it's just about as close to Las Vegas as I want to get. The first time that I worked at Harrah's Club was about 6 years ago, and I worked with Frank Sinatra. It was pretty exciting for me, I'll tell you. It was a great thrill, and also it was an educational experience on many levels. One of the things that I learned from Mr. Sinatra was about saloon songs. Now, he always does a section of his shows where he pulls out a stool and sits down, lights up a cigarette, and sings some of the saddest songs that you have ever heard. He calls them saloon songs. I found out about saloon songs. It's like they go with a very specific set of circumstances, if you will. And what that is, well, picture yourself. It's like you've just broken off with the one person that you have loved more than anyone in your entire life. And it's over between you. It's never going to get together. And your heart is broken. You're in a bar. You've been there since the place opened. It's getting pretty close to closing time. They've been trying to kick you out of there for hours. Just trying to get a little more unconscious about the whole thing. All of a sudden, a song comes on the jukebox, and the song is so sad. The song is so sad that it makes you feel kind of good about feeling so bad. That's a saloon song. I'd like to do a couple of saloon songs for you. One is a very romantic saloon song, the other is a heartbreaker. The first one, the romantic one, was written by my friend Bill Danoff. Bill and Taffy Danoff and I wrote Country Road together a few years ago. And this is one of his solo efforts, one of the most romantic songs I know. It's called Dearest Esmeralda.
Dearest Esmeralda.
Dearest Esmeralda, in another age, antiques would be modern, we would be the rage, silk would be in fashion, we would dress in lace, love would be the passion, and the saving grace. I slept one rainy night with you in Paris, made up for 1,000 wasted years. Dearest Esmeralda, you are magic. I close my eyes, you make love appear. Dancing in the shimmer of a crystal chandelier, shadows singing so low, only we could hear. Shaking to the storm, outside was radiant, but inside it was warm. We spent the night in the candlelight and thunder. Now I wake and find you're never there. I'm becoming old enough to wonder, happy that I'm still too young to Masterpieces crumble, empires tumble down, refugees and fantasies go underground. Romance lasts forever, and love don't fade away. They might take our future, but they can't take yesterday. For somewhere in the cloudy skies of Paris, we were part of some artist's design. Dearest Esmeralda, you are magic. In the gray around me, how you shine. Oh, how you shine. The other side of the saloon song poem, The Heartbreaker. This is the title song of our latest album on RCA. It's called Seasons of the Heart. Of course, we have our differences. We shouldn't be surprised. This is natural as changes in the seasons and the skies. Sometimes we grow together, sometimes we drift apart. A wiser man than I might know the seasons of the heart. And I'm walking here beside you in the early evening chill. The thing we've always loved to do, I know we always will. We have so much in common, so many things we share. But I can't believe my heart when it implies that you're not there. Others
find here. Love is still the only dream I So I don't know how to tell you. It's difficult to say. I never in my wildest dreams imagined this way. But sometimes I just don't know you. There's a stranger in our home. When I'm lying right beside you is when I'm most alone. And I think my heart is broken. There's an emptiness inside. So many things I've longed for, I've so often been denied. Still I would try to change you. There's no one else to blame. It's just some things that mean so much, and we just don't feel the same. Love is why I came here in the first place. Love is now the reason I must go. Love is all I ever hope to find here. Love is still the only dream I know. True love is still the only dream I
on the weather the way it's been for a while. We're responsible for that.
We are lucky. I hope it wasn't a rain. Oh, you got your own tape. It's okay.
There are many ways of being in a circle we call life. A wise man seeks an answer, burns his candle through the night. Is a jewel just a pebble? We found a way to shine. Is a hero's blood more righteous than a hobo's sip of wine? Did I speak to you one morning on some distant world away? Did you save me from an arrow? Did you lay me in my grave? Were we brothers on a journey? Did you teach me how to run? Were we broken by the waters? Did I lie you in the sun? I dreamed you were a prophet in a meadow. I dreamed I was a mountain in the wind. I dreamed you knelt and touched me with flowers. brotherhood of creatures, who the Father, who the Son, the vision of your goodness will sustain me through the cold. Take my hand now to remember when you find yourself alone. You're never alone, for the Spirit fills the darkness of the heavens. It fills the endless yearning of the soul. It lives within a star too far to dream of. It lives within each part and is the whole. And it's the fire and the wings that fly us home, fly us home, fly us home. Joe Henry wrote the lyrics to that song. Pretty good lyrics, if you ask me. A little known but very interesting fact I'd like to inform you folks. There are 4 levels or stages of inebriation. Charming, intelligent, invisible, and bulletproof. The reason I mention that to you all is that a couple of weeks before we started this tour, a little over a month ago, I was out to dinner one night in Aspen, ran into an old friend of mine, a fellow that goes back quite a few years with me. He's one of my old skiing buddies. In fact, he taught me a lot of what I know about skiing. We used to do a lot of camping and hiking together and fishing, riding motorcycles. It seems that over the years, though, we've not been able to spend quite as much time together as we used to. And my friend has developed a little bit of a drinking problem, actually. When he showed up that night at dinner, he was obviously invisible and well on his way to bulletproof. Also, periodically during the evening, he would disappear off into one of the back rooms of the restaurant with someone or another of his friends. It's pretty obvious what they were doing back there. Each time he came back to the table, his speech would be a little more slurred, his eyes a lot bigger, and his actions a little more fidgety and nervous and like that. So I noticed all of that, you see, and the next morning, I happened to be out at the athletic club where I work out in Aspen, and after a good morning workout, I'd gone upstairs to make a phone call, ran into my friend having breakfast. I couldn't believe what he was eating. He had about a 16-ounce sirloin steak. He had 3 eggs, had a couple of glasses of milk, had a bunch of rolls all smeared with butter and honey, to drinking coffee like it was going out of style. His eyes were real thin and real red. I asked him what was going on. He allowed as to how he'd had just a tad too much fun the night before, and he was trying to get himself together for a tennis match that he had later in the day. I found out that evening that somewhere during the second set of that tennis match, my friend had a heart attack. I went to see him in the Aspen Valley Hospital the next morning. He was in the intensive care ward there. When I walked in, I almost didn't recognize him. You know, he'd lost all his color. He had tubes sticking out of him all over. It just really looked bad. I asked him how he was. He said,
No, John, I'm going to have to give up this tennis game before it kills me. I propose to you that it's not the tennis that he ought to give up. I'm very much into preventive measures, whether it has to do with health care or crime or war. I visit a chiropractor periodically, and I found a poem in my chiropractor's office that deals with the issue of prevention. I'd like to share it with you people. This is called The Ambulance Down in the Valley. 'Twas a dangerous cliff, as they freely confessed, though to walk near its edge was quite pleasant. But over the side slipped a duke and a prince, and it had fooled many a peasant. The people all said something had to be done, though their projects did not at all tally. Some said put a fence around the edge of the cliff. Others, an ambulance down in the valley. The lament of the crowd was profound and so loud as their hearts overflowed with great pity. But the ambulance carried the cry of the day as it spread to the neighboring cities. A collection was made to accumulate aid, and dwellers in highway and alley gave dollars and cents not to furnish a fence, but an ambulance down in the valley. For the cliff is all right if you're careful, they said, and if folks ever trip and are falling, it's not the slipping and sliding that hurts so much as the shock when they're stopping. And so on for years as these mishaps occurred. Quick forth would the rescuers sally to pick up the victims who fell from the cliff to the ambulance down in the valley. Said one in his plea, "It's a marvel to me that you'd give so much greater attention to repairing results than to curing the cause. Why, you'd much better aim at prevention. The mischief, of course, should be stopped at its source. Come, friends, good neighbors, let's rally. It makes far better sense to rely on a fence than an ambulance down in the valley." "He's wrong in his head," the majority said. "He would end all our earnest endeavors. He is the kind of a jerk that would halt our good work. But we will support it forever. Don't we pick up them all just as quick as they fall and treat them with care quite liberally? A superfluous fence is of no consequence if the ambulance works in the valley." Well, this story is queer as I have given it here, though things oft occur which are stranger. More humane, we assert, to repair all the hurt than the plan of removing the danger. Before it all ends, it's time to begin to attend to these things rationally. Yes, build up the fence and let us dispense with the ambulance down in the valley. People often ask me what's my favorite song, and I find it an almost impossible question to answer. There are so many of them that mean a great deal to me, and this next song is certainly high on that list. I wrote it a few years ago while serving on a presidential commission on world and domestic hunger. And I learned while serving on that commission that some 15 to 20 million people starve to death every year on a planet that truly provides more than enough to go around. It was the determination of our commission that all that stands between us and the absolute elimination of hunger on this planet forever and ever and ever is the political will to do something about it. I appreciate your response, but I think it'll take a little bit more than that, folks. I think that what is required is the popular will, and that when it becomes the will of the people, that will make it political, and we can see an end to this obscenity in our lives. Can you imagine being part of the generation that ended hunger in the world? I can. So I sing this song every chance I get. And I sing it most often in memory of my good friend Harry Chapin. And I sing it with great respect for all of my friends, many of whom are here tonight from the Hunger Project. This is called I Want to Live.
Children raised in sorrow on a scorched and barren plain. There are children raised beneath the golden sun. There are children of the water, children of the sand, and they cry out through the universe, their voices raised as one. I want to live, I want to grow, I want to see, I want to know, I want to share what I can give, I want to be, I want to live. Have you gazed out on the ocean, seen the breaching of a whale? Have you watched the dolphins frolic in the foam? Have you heard the song of the humpback hears 500 miles away, telling tales of ancient history, of passages and home? I want to live, I want to grow, I want to see, I want to know, I want to share what I can give, I want to be, I want to live. For the worker and the warrior, the lover and the liar, for the native and the wanderer in kind, for the maker, the user, the mother and her son. I am looking for my family, and all of you are mine. We are standing all together, face to face, arm in arm. We are standing on the threshold of a dream. No more hunger, no more killing, no more wasting life away. It is simply an idea, and I know its time has come. I want to live, I want to grow, I want to see, I want to know, I want to share what I can give, I want to be, I want to live, and I want to grow, I want to see, and I want to know, I want to share what I can give, I want to be, I want to live. I want to live. I want to live.
Once upon a time, in the land of Hushabye, it was round about the wondrous days of yore, they came across a sort of box, bound up with chains, locked with locks, and it was labeled, "Kindly do not touch. It's war." A decree was issued round about, all with a flourish and a shout, and a gaily colored mascot tripping lightly on before. "Don't fiddle with this deadly box, or break the chains, pick the locks. Please, don't ever play about with war." Well, the children understood. Children happened to be good. They were just as good around the time of yore. They didn't try to pick the locks or break into that deadly box. They never tried to play about with war. Mommies didn't either. Sisters, aunts, grannies neither, because they were quiet and sweet, pretty in those wondrous days of yore. Well, very much the same as now. Not the ones to blame somehow for opening up that deadly box of war. But someone did. Someone battered in the lid and spilled the insides out across the floor. A sort of bouncy, bumpy ball made up of guns and flags and all the tears and horror and the death that goes with war. It bounced right out and went bashing all about and bumping into everything in store. And what was sad and most unfair is that it didn't really seem to care much who it bumped, or why, or what, or for. It bumped the children mainly. I'll tell you this quite plainly. It bumps them every day, and more, and leaves them dead and burned and dying, and thousands of them sick and crying. Because when it bumps, it's really very sore. Now there's a way to stop the ball. It isn't difficult at all. All it takes is wisdom. Wisdom. I'm absolutely sure that we could get it back into the box and bind the chains and lock the locks. No one seems to want to save the children anymore. That's the way it all appears. Because it's been bouncing around for years and years and years. In spite of all the wisdom whizzed since those wondrous days of yore. And the time that came across the box, bound up with chains, locked with locks, and labeled, kindly do not touch. It's war. Last night I had the strangest dream. I never dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw a mighty room, and the room was filled with men, and the paper they were signing said they'd never fight again. And when the paper was all signed and 1,000,000 copies made, they all joined hands and bowed their heads. Grateful prayers were prayed, and the people in the streets below were dancing round and round, and guns and swords and uniforms were scattered on the ground. Sing it with me. Last night I had the strangest dream. I never dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. Sing it again. Last night I had the strangest dream. I never dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. this opportunity to introduce these folks to all of you, and each of you to them. Sorry about that. First of all, on my left, your right, on lead guitar, Mr. James Burton. On the saxophone and flute and recorder, Mr. Jim Horn. On the electric bass, Mr. Jerry Sheff. On drums and percussion from Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Jerry Kerrigan. On the keyboards, Mr. Glenn D. Harden. Once again, the lovely lady who graces our stage, Ms. Renee Armand. On rhythm guitar and tambourine, singing baritone, Mr. Denny Brooks. On fiddle and mandolin, harmonica and shaker and tambourine, singing bass, Mr. Danny Weedman. On rhythm guitar and five-string banjo and singing high tenor from Berkeley, California, Mr. Herb Peterson. Berkeley woman sitting in a rocking chair, dulcimer in her lap, a feather in her hair. Her dress swayed freely with the rhythm of the rocking chair. She was a sitting and a singing and a swaying, the cheeks were eyed brown and clear. It was hard to believe what my eyes showed me then. The color and the cheeks was just a natural skin. She wore no makeup to make her look that way. She was a natural model with red cheeks. What more can I say? Well, I finally realized there was hunger in my stare. In my mind I was swaying with a woman in the rocking chair. But the lady I was living with was standing right by my side. She saw me stare and she saw my hunger, and Lord, it made her cry. Oh, with anger on her face, hurt in her eyes, she scratched me and she clawed me, she screamed and she cried. Oh, you don't give me dear all the loving that you should. Get you ready to go and there with her. You're just no damn good. Well, I guess she's trying to right. Oh, I guess I'm trying to wrong. But she's not too far away. She hasn't been gone very long. And I guess we could get together and try it one more time. But I know the one who loves will come again. She'd only wind up crying.
in fear, coming home to a place he'd never been before. Left yesterday behind him, you might say he was born again, might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road, hanging by a song. But the string's already broken, and he doesn't really care. He's changing fast, it don't last for long. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I see it raining fire in the sky. Shadows from the starlight, softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. He climbed the Beaver Mountain, saw silver clouds below, saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once, and he tried to touch the sun, and he lost a friend but kept his memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forests and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. The side has turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. You can talk to God, listen to the casual road and fly. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. Why they try to tear the mountains down, but bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. I know he'd be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, it's the Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around a campfire, everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. It's funny how it sounds as if you're right next door and you're really half a world away. I just can't seem to find the words I'm looking for to say the things that I want to say. I can't remember when I felt so close to you. It's almost more than I can bear. Though I seem a 500,000 miles from you, you are in my heart, living there. And the moon and the stars are the same, don't you see? It's the same old sun up in the sky. And your voice in my ear is like air to me, like the breezes here in ocean high. and love is who long for home. I couldn't leave you even if I wanted to. You're in my dreams and always near. And especially when I sing the songs I wrote for you, you are in my heart and living there. And the moon and the stars are the same, what you see. It's the same old sun up in the sky. And your face in my dreams is like heaven to me, like the breezes here in old Shanghai. Shanghai breezes, cool and clearing, evening sweet caress. Shanghai breezes, soft and gentle, remind me of your tenderness. And the moon and the stars are the same, don't you see? It's the same old sun up in the sky. And your love in my life is like heaven to me, like the breezes here in old Shanghai. And the moon and the stars are the same, don't you see? It's the same old sun up in the sky. And your love in my life is like heaven to me, like the breezes here in old Shanghai. Just like the breezes here in old Shanghai.
I wrote that song exactly 1 year ago, this past June the 9th. The reason that I know the date so very well, it was on the occasion of Annie's and my 14th anniversary. I was in Shanghai at the time, and Annie was in Colorado. She woke up that morning sort of expecting a phone call, and she listened for it. The phone did not ring. This left Annie a little dispirited, as you may imagine, and she thought she had a real nice day planned, though. She was going to go out with some friends of ours for a hike up in the mountains. But hiking is one of our favorite things to do together, whether it's taking a walk in the evening around the neighborhood, or especially in the summer when we can get up into the high country. And so on this special day in our relationship, and doing something we both enjoy so much with each other, I think she really felt my absence, and it was kind of an emotional day for her. Until at one point she happened to look up and see the moon coming up over the mountains. And she watched it for a while, and pretty soon she turned to our friend. She says, "You know, that's the same moon that John sees." And they said, "Of course." So I'm not sure exactly what it was that happened there, but all of a sudden something clicked for Annie, and the distance between us evaporated. She went on to have a wonderful day up in the mountains, got home in the early evening, hadn't been home in about 15 minutes when I did call. Lucky for me. We had a wonderful conversation during which she told me this incident about the moon, you see. And when we said goodbye, I was just beginning my day in Shanghai. There's some 14 hours difference between the two cities. And I was going to go out with some people that I'd met over there, do a little sightseeing and shopping and like that. All of a sudden, the songs started coming on. Now, for me, songs usually take a few days, at least, generally up to a week or so to complete. Quite often, it takes as long as a few months, 8, 9 months. But every once in a while, one comes on. Boy, you better get out of the way. No, I mean, it's like it literally just takes over and starts running your life until it's complete, you see. And that's kind of how it was on this occasion. We were wandering through Shanghai, and I was off in a song someplace. And all of a sudden, I noticed the people I was with were looking at me a little weirdly, and I explained to them what was going on. I apologized. I told them not to worry about it. Don't leave me anywhere. I spent the day in writing Shanghai Breezes, completed it. Shanghai was the first place that I visited. I spent a little over a month in China, visited all of the major cities, and everywhere I went I had a chance to sing, and I sang Shanghai Breezes everywhere. Now they know 3 Western songs in China. Home on the Range, Jingle Bells, Doe, a deer, a female deer. They now know one more. I'd like to do another song that I wrote in China. This was toward the end of my journey there. I was actually in Hong Kong and just about to win my way back to Colorado. I was sitting one night in a restaurant overlooking Hong Kong Harbor, which was just spectacularly beautiful. And I was having dinner all by myself and reflecting on all the things that had happened to me on my journey, the people I'd met, and the friends I'd made, all the things that I'd seen, and how much I truly fell in love with the Chinese people. If I remember correctly, I was about in the middle of my second bottle of wine, right on the verge of invisibility. All of a sudden, here comes a song. So I spent most of the night up there writing this one. Fortunately, I had a pen and paper to record it on, else I might not have remembered it. I'm glad that I did, though. I think it's a good one. This is called Heart to Heart. Haven't seen all there is to see, but I've seen quite a bit. I've seen things I'll always remember, some things I wish that I could forget. I haven't quite been around the world, but I've been around the block. I know that distances are meaningless, like the hands that move around the clock. And I know that love is everywhere, always safe and always true. And exactly where it comes from is where it's going to. Your heart to mine, my heart to yours. Talk about opening windows, talk about opening doors. My heart to yours, your heart to mine. Love is a light that shines from heart to heart. Here I am sitting in old Hong Kong, the harbor of the lights. They're like diamonds in the heavens, enough to brighten the darkest of nights. There's another side to sorrow, as there is to everything. Like the other side of lonely is falling in love again. And then you know that there's an answer to the suffering we see. And though it isn't easy, it's still as simple as you and me. And you know the love is everywhere, always safe and always true. And exactly where it comes from is where it's going to. Your heart to mine, your heart to mine, my heart to yours, my heart to yours. Talk about opening windows, talk about opening doors. My heart to yours, your heart to mine, your heart to mine. Love is a light that shines from heart to heart. Your heart to mine, my heart to yours. Talk about opening windows, talk about opening doors. My heart to yours, your heart to mine. Love is a light that shines from heart to heart. Your heart to mine, my heart to yours. Talk about opening windows, talk about opening doors. My heart to yours, your heart to mine. Love is a light that shines from heart to heart.
my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come, let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms, let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Come, let me love you, come love me again. Let me love you, come love me again. Everybody sing. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Crystal clear ocean, to ride on the crest of a wild raging storm, to work in the service of life and the living, in search of the answers to questions unknown, to be part of the movement, part of the growing, part of beginning, to understand. Places you've been to, things that you've shown us, the story you tell. So I sing to your spirit, the minute who has served you so long and so well. Oh, loving and letting it be. Oh, calypso, the places you've been to, things you've shown us, the stories you tell. Calypso, I sing to your spirit, whenever I've heard it so long and so well. Calypso, the places you've been to, things you've shown us, the stories you tell. Calypso, I sing to your spirit, whenever I've heard it so long and so well.
Thank you very much, everybody. Before we close the evening with one last song, I'd like to ask if you would join me in thanking the people who work behind the scenes in our show and make it possible for us to play for you. I want to thank John Sainer and Joe Branham, who hang all of this stuff in a way that we know it's not going to fall on any of us. I want to thank the boys from Sundance Lighting and from Stan L Sound, who are just the best in business as far as I'm concerned. And Steve Bedoris, who takes care of all the instruments on stage. Ron Lemire. Steve's got family here. Oh. Ron Lemire, who's the cook for those of us who are on the macrobiotic diet. Ron McGilvery, who's in charge of security on the tour. John Clark, who's our advance man, setting up hotels and like that. Ben Martell, who's kind of a personal assistant to me. Barney Wyckoff, who's the concert director. He pretty much runs the whole show, makes sure it's working just the way I want it to. And the people from Concerts West and Management 3 who promote our tours, they're represented on this one by Don Coder and John Meglin. And the boys driving the buses and the trucks, the airplane. It's quite a bunch I have with me. I think they're the finest group anybody's ever had out on the road with them. I also want to thank TK and Tom Collins, who are responsible for what we call the concessions, the shirts and the books and stuff like that. All of that goes to Windstar, folks, so help me out. And every night we expand our family a little bit. I want to thank all the people here at the Greek Theater. It's a beautiful place to work. It truly is. And the backstage crew, the ushers and usherettes, and the representatives of Berkeley's finest who are here tonight to help us with security, and the people who cooked a hot meal for the band and the crew backstage before the show. Give them all a real big hand. I wrote this song about a little over a year and a half ago now. Came out of a pretty desperate state that I was in. I was about as depressed and low as I've ever been, as a matter of fact. I was driving along the coast of California one day with Ben, as a matter of fact. And what sort of turned it around for me and really started to bring me out of that depression was all of a sudden I started thinking about you people. I started thinking how really incredibly lucky I am to be able to do the thing that I love more than anything else, and that there's someone out there who's listening. So I wrote a song that, here comes a song. So I wrote a song for you folks and about you folks, and a little over 2 months ago now, 2.5 months, when my father passed away, the cards and letters that I got from people all across the country, all around the world, as a matter of fact, some of whom knew my dad, others who only knew him through me and my music, or had seen him on one of the television shows or something. But the love and support that was there truly is what got me through the biggest loss that I've had to face in my life. I want you to know I wrote this song for each of you, and I mean it with all my heart. It's called Perhaps Love. Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from the storm. It exists to give you comfort. It is there to keep you warm. In those times of trouble, when you are most alone, the memory of love will bring you home. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer. It wants to show you more. Even if you lose yourself and don't know what to do, the memory of love will see you through. Oh, love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel. For some a way of living, for some a way to feel. And some say love is holding on, some say letting go. And some say love is everything, some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of change. Like a fire when it's cold outside, or thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memories of love will be of you.
Good night, everybody. Be careful driving home.